Hey everyone, welcome to the Mike On Podcast. And today we're going to go way back to when I was 20 years old, a young punk and a bouncer at a strip club. Today's episode is called Use Your Head, Kid. You're smarter than that. All right, let's go. All right, so this goes back to, I want to say 1994-ish. And I've been working at the strip club for a while. My buddy Norman got me the job there. And it was a pretty regular occurrence that we were throwing someone up physically, sometimes several times a shift, sometimes once or twice a shift, right? And my life changed. I learned the life lessons from this guy who actually was a professional gambler. And he went to the club. He was the only person I ever seen drink wine there. It's kind of crazy how popular wine is, but no one drank it. Everyone would drink beer or hard liquor or mixed drinks. And one day, I think I've been working there for, 6 or 8 months or something. Like I said, it was a regular occurrence to throw people on their ass, right? Physically throw them out. And I had thrown someone out, and this guy had come in, and he just looked disgusted. And he was a nice guy. He always talked to me, right? Older guy. And he said to me, he's shaking his head. He's like, "Jesus Christ, kid." He goes, use your fucking head. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, "Do you get paid any extra for throwing people out?" I go, "No." And he's like, "What do you make? Like $7-8 an hour or something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." And he's like, "Use your head, kid. You're gonna, if $7-8 an hour, throwing someone out, they're gonna come back with a knife or a gun. Is it worth it? Come on, man, you're smarter than that." And that really hit me. I thought about that for a while. And it actually changed my life. And the crazy thing is, like I said, it was a regular occurrence that we would throw people out physically, like every shift, pretty much. People get crazy, touch the girls, they start talking back, something crazy. And we'd physically throw them out of the club. This lesson hit me hard, and I started thinking about it. And I said, he's right, man. He's right. It's not worth it. Like, I'm smarter than this. I was a big kid, pretty strong at the time and in decent shape. And I changed my whole approach. So basically, I just started talking to people. And people would leave without me having to get physical. And after, 2-3 months, the owner comes up to me and says, like, what the hell are you doing, man? Like, people are just leaving. There's no fights. I haven't seen you get physical. And the crazy thing is, I probably worked there another 3 or 4 years. And I never had to get physical with anyone after that. I would just talk to people. So what I would do is, guys would start acting up, they're drinking, being stupid. And I'd go over there, and instead of just being the tough guy, I went over there and I talked to people. And I said, "Come on, man. You can't touch the girls." And I said, "I don't want to do my job. And you definitely don't want me to do my job. Trust me. If you do it again, I'm going to have to ask you to leave." And as crazy as this sounds, this worked. I would just talk to people. "Come on, man. Everyone's having a good time." I'd tell them, I'd kind of give them like somewhat of a threat, and in a nice way. Like, you definitely don't want me to do my job. Trust me. And everyone walked out. It was only one time I actually was really scared. This guy was huge, man. I'm 6'5" at the time. I'm probably 250-ish. I was in decent shape, 245, 255, maybe somewhere in that range. Decent shape for me, anyway. And this guy was huge. He had to be, 4 inches taller than me. He had to be like 6'8", maybe 6'7", 6'8". And he had to be over 400 pounds. He was a big dude. And I said, "Come on, buddy, you need to go now." And I just tapped him on the shoulder. And he got up, towered over me. And I freaking, like, the adrenaline was going. I'm ready to punch him in the throat and then grab a stool and hit him over the head. Because if this guy gets his hands on me, it ain't going to be pretty. He was a big boy. And that's who often people are much bigger than me. And I'm getting ready to punch him in the throat. And he says, "I don't want any trouble. I'm leaving." And he walked out. And I was like, holy shush. I like totally relaxed, man. I was actually scared, and I didn't know I was going to just go all in, So I learned to talk to people, and I did this in everything I did, right? Because working at a bouncer at a strip club or any place, when you're a big guy, how many times little guys would come up to me and talk shit, and how I had to diffuse it with just talking to them. Beating up a little guy, you can't win, right? If you beat him up, you're like, "Oh, you beat up a little guy." And the only thing you can do is lose. Either he beats you up, which you look like an idiot, or you beat him up and you still look like an idiot. It's a zero-sum game. You can't really win. So I really learned how to talk to people better. And I was always pretty good at talking to people. Anywhere I go, I could talk to anyone if they're 5 years old or 85 years old and make some good connections. I get a lot of life lessons I learned from bouncing at the strip club. Anyways, that's it, and we'll see you next time.